Hey guys,
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
Today's video. We are taking you underground.
Underground. We are going to visit hidden river caves and dive in caverns.
So you better bring a jacket because it's only 54 degrees down there. It's chilly.
You may need it.
Stay tuned.
We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020 we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world?
First, we are going to Hidden River Caves, formerly known as Horse Cave.
And it's in Horse Cave, Kentucky.
Yep. We always pick rainy days for cave venturing because why not?
Rainy days and Mondays don't get us down.
That's right. You don't have to worry about the rain when you're in the cave.
So you're looking at the outside of what is the museum, and behind the wall of the museum is the cave.
So let's talk a little bit about the history of this cave.
So the cave has been here open and available from as far back as anyone can remember.
The Indians used it for water, shelter, and to keep out of the cold.
So basically, Horse Cave, Kentucky is a city that sits on top of a cave. And what they have here is an association, which is the American Cave Museum, and then they have the cave. And they do have a gift shop. They are open 9 to 5. They're open every day. And then we do need our mask. Okay, so the cost of the cave itself is $22, which includes the museum. The museum is $12 by itself. I'm not sure how long the tour is, but we'll find out as we go.
I think it's like an hour and a half.
Yep. They are doing guided tours during COVID. You must wear the mask, which is fine. And we'll see what we can see.
So in 1840, a general came in and he created a settlement which is now known today as Horse Caves or Hidden River. Here you guys are looking at what was the original entrance down to the cave. The town is centered over the cave. Early in the 1900s, there was a dentist.
The original owners of the cave was a dentist, and he used the fresh water in the cave for his practice. Also started selling the water 5 cents a jug to people in the town.
Figures, always trying to make a buck.
That's right. So in 1919, the dentist started allowing people to tour the cave. So they toured that cave from 1919 to 1942.
So you're asking yourself, why did he stop the tours? Well, around the cave itself, there was a lot of sinkholes. That's pretty common in this part of Kentucky. This is a time period in America where people didn't really understand. I've got a big hole in the ground. I got some dead animals. I got some trash. Let's fill it up.
Yeah, the story went that the townspeople started using these sinkholes for garbage pits. They started dumping in these pits were full of water, and the water leached out and caused pollution inside these caves.
It killed all the animals inside the cave as well as the animals around the cave on the outside.
Yeah.
It was so badly polluted that they had to shut the cave down because it was dangerous. And the smell, remember he said, was so bad that you could smell it for the town.
So Mother Nature took years to reclaim this.
50 years to be exact. 1892 it was able to reopen for tours. There is a river that meanders through the cave. It's 225 feet below the surface. We are able to see it when we go in.
Yeah, they called it Hidden River because the river was unseen by people because it was all underground.
So basically, you just think of it as a river valley with a limestone roof.
This is different from most caves because most caves you go in, you got stalactites and stalagmites. This cave is pretty much just a river channeled out through the limestone, which is pretty cool.
So the original cave is what we're going to talk about next.
The original cave was very small, as you can see from the pictures, that in 1993 to expand the cave, to build these bridges that you'll see in the video to extend the cave out. They ran into a fight with the railroad company because the railroad company had land up above. The courts decided to favor the cave owners that the land that's underneath was the same as the land above.
So now the cave, as you're seeing it, is very dark. There's not too much light. You need to come in with a flashlight or a cell phone. This cave is the only cave that actually has 3 suspension bridges in it, Bob. And they are also the longest suspension bridges in any cave as well. And they take you from one room to the next room, all the way back to the sunset room.
It was named the Sunset Room because of its unusual lighting effects.
It has the largest floor space of any cave in a single room.
but it's 185 feet tall. It measures 500 by 600 feet. Sun-dome floor covers 5.5 acres.
So that's about everything we have on this cave. So now we're going to take you over to Diamond Caverns. Hold on.
Look forward to formations.
Now we are at Diamond Caverns, which where we're staying is just across the street over there. But we're going to go in here now and check this out and show you what we can show you. It's kind of just a very old looking facility. And they've got an amazing gift shop with all kinds of crystals and stones, kinds of great stuff. But I mean, we'll go over here in a second, but check this out. This and this. And if you have $50,000 laying around, this beauty can be yours. They have reasonable ones as well. But it's pretty neat. We're excited about going in the cave. We hear it has 350 steps, so we'll be fine. And then 2:30 is our start of our tour.
This is another cave in this area that went undiscovered till 1859.
By a slave who spotted an opening, and he was lowered down into the pit to see what was there.
Yeah, the reason for the name of the cave is when they lowered the guy in there, he thought the walls were full of diamonds.
They're sparkly.
Yep.
The cave was mineral rich from head to toe, so that's what caused a sparkly, beautiful calcite that he perceived to be diamonds.
No diamonds. The original tour in 1853, they actually held a wedding in there.
Yeah, can you imagine? The opening leads you down about 100 of the stairs that we talked about, and then the rest are kind of broken up throughout the tour. The cave has the most beautiful stalactites and stalagmites that we have ever seen.
Yeah, the camera definitely does not do it justice because it's flat beautiful.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson here. This cave was actually formed starting with a limestone base, and then it has all kinds of passageways that were carved by the river that does run through it. And then because of that, it's very mineral rich. So that's all the beautiful colors that you're seeing pop out in the stones. And then because of the limestone and the water, you're getting drip, 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 which makes stalactites and stalagmites. That's your lesson for today.
Answer in the comments which is from the ceiling and which is from the floor.
Yeah, we want to see if you know. And our tour guide was super cool, Bob, because she was
She was like sixth generation of tour guides in this cave, so she had just a wealth of knowledge about this cave.
So now I'm going to let Bob talk a little bit about the cave wars, because that was something that was totally shocking to both of us.
Yeah, I guess in this area with all these different caves, you had these cave owners were all trying to sell their caves to the public so they could get tours to go through them.
Yep.
Cave owners would pay destroy the formations for no reason. Just they would go through with like ball bats and just snap them off. And I forget what these are, 100 years for an inch to grow.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of these that are just broke off clean.
I mean, they were burning each other's gift shops down. They were, showing up, standing outside, telling people, hey, you don't want to go in here. This isn't the place for you. They got broken stalactites. If you come to ours, you won't see that.
And they also, the weddings, they were having weddings in a lot of these caves.
Yep.
And the weddings, the people would want, I need something to remember Bill and Stacy's wedding. So I'm just going to reach up and grab me a piece of this limestone off and snap it off and take it with me. So that's broke. A lot of them got broke during weddings, so they end up having to stop doing weddings because of that.
I mean, it's things that we take for granted today, or we were trained in school not to do it, but it is amazing that people just didn't think. They didn't know any better. So
well, you find out that people were just as ruthless back in the day as they are today.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the cave wars lasted up until the 60s.
Yeah.
So that is another thing that blew my mind.
Yeah,
it was 60s.
It was big money to get these tours that go through these caves.
Yeah.
So they were trying to attract people, and if you had nothing to offer, you weren't going to be able to sell the tours.
Nope. Pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
That was a little weird is the owner of the cave actually took one of the big things from the ceiling, the stalactite, and he cut it in half, which is what you're seeing here. And it's beautiful. I mean, it looks like a polished table, but of course it's gone. It can never be regrown. You may have little ones starting next to it, but it's gone. And they didn't allow any video, very similar to Mammoth Cave, no video, but you could take pictures. And luckily I had my Pixel, I knew this ahead of time, so I had my Pixel 5 with me, which does incredible nighttime, has a nighttime button on it, pictures. So that's the pictures you're actually seeing.
Yeah, it does a nighttime exposure, so it really does a great job with low light.
Yeah, it takes whatever it can find and pulls it in. Because I did sneak a little video here and there, which I'm not sharing. I'm being good about it, but it's dark. It's complete darkness.
Yeah.
At the end, we've got the stairway to nowhere here, and we have not been able to find in our notes anywhere why he couldn't finish it. I believe my understanding is that he built that because he was going to continue on, but then there's a reason he couldn't continue on, and I don't remember what that is. Both of these caves that we went to today are privately owned. They are not technically part of the Mammoth Cave system, but Mammoth Cave does claim any caves, because there's so many around there, you can find them anywhere, are tied to Mammoth Cave. They're just broken off, not cleared through all the way.
Yeah, these are family owned and not, like you said, not part of Mammoth Caves Association.
It's good to go to Mammoth Cave and see that, but to go to these private, personal ones, this cave was the most beautifulest cave I'd ever been in, even though it was a short tour.
Yeah.
It was cool, and that's what you want to do. You want to get out and see those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we hope that you like our cave tour video. We love caves. We love them. We want you to give us a thumbs up. We want you to smash up that notification bell. Bob wants you to...
give us lots of comments.
Bob's asking you. Comments.
Comments. Tell us your favorite caves. What part of the country? Almost every state seems to have caves that we visited so far. Some better than others, but let us know.
Yeah, we're heading out west next year, so we want to know what caves we should do out there, because we love caves.
Yeah, we do love going
caves and waterfalls.
Yeah.
So remember, he's wanting the comments, I'm the one answering them, and we do it jointly.
Yep.
So please subscribe. That's the last thing we need you to do. And once again, I remind you to hit the like button, because that throws us up higher in the video loop, and we know you like us. So just go ahead and hit the button to prove it.
Yep.
Remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our incredible world.
Bye.